Let's get this thing out in the sun and have a really good look at it.
As you can see, it's a tight squeeze down here. This chassis rail running down the middle really limits how much space we have, but it's here because of the prop shaft. I can move this over and give me more room, so I have more access to the gear lever. Even though I'm sat on the floor, it's actually quite uncomfortable because I've got the seat mount here. I'm going to remove the seat mount, and that way I'll have more room in the chassis. It's very narrow here, so with the chassis rail removed, it should give me a lot more room. I'll be able to move across more to the middle, and I'll have more room if I can lower this with which to use the gear change. I actually really like the work they've done on the back of this car. This diffuser is fantastic. It's going to probably provide a lot of really good downforce. They've done a really good job with this floor. It's made of aluminium honeycomb, which is really light, as well as this diffuser, so it should be very strong. However, this fuel tank is also attached to this, and I'm not quite sure with the fuel tank being attached to the aluminium honeycomb floor is quite right. So I'm going to add some strengthening so that it's attached to the chassis properly. And now we come on to what is probably the major problem with this car. The gravel here and here tells its own story really. Although I know this car has never raced in the 750 Formula, it's probably been on track at some point. So what's the main problem? Well, if you look at the bottom here, we have a very long lower wishbone. And if you look at the top here, we have a very short upper wishbone. That is going to create some very strange handling characteristics. If you look at this upper upright, you can see that the steering arm and the upper wishbone are in the same plane. However, the connection for the upper wishbone and the alignment of the steering rack aren't in line. That's going to create some strange bump steer characteristics as well. This is a fantastic piece of engineering, this steering rack. This mini steering rack has been extended and that's unusual. Nice touch.
It's a bit of a shame to not be able to use that steering rack. I'm almost certainly going to have to change it to match the longer upper wishbones that I'll make in order to improve the handling. I've already removed the bodywork, so now all I need to do is turn it around so I have the front facing out of the garage. It sounds easier than it really is. I have to admit that this is actually my second attempt at turning this car around within the small space that I have at home.